What makes this a Criterion version of Most Wanted?
It has the amazing Criterion DNA in the driving and the way that we allow the player to drive like they imagine they could drive that yellow Porsche, rather than how they probably could do, which is if I gave you the keys to a yellow Porsche and asked you to drive through downtown LA traffic, you probably wouldn't do as good a job as you can in our game.
As well as the Most Wanted list mechanic, is there an actual story in the game as well?
But we think the story should be about me as a player and how I am most wanted against these other drivers in the world, and ultimately against my friends on the most wanted list.
In terms of the tone, we've seen it similar to XP systems we might have seen in shooters.
Ultimately, yes. You earn them from everything you do. So playing through the single player game earns you speed points, take you up the most wanted list. Playing through multiplayer earns you speed points, takes you through the most wanted list, but also unlocks mods and upgrades for your car, and ultimately unlocks new cars. So everything you do in the game, regardless of where it is, earns you speed points, which allows you to have a deeper, better experience.
Can you tell us anything about the cars? What types of cars you're going to be driving?
Probably the widest variety of cars that you've seen in a Need for Speed game yet. We have the big Ford Raptor truck, right down to smaller cars like, we have a lot of Porsches in the game. We actually have an Aerial Atom in the game as well. It's a tiny, tiny car, so when you put into the same game Aerial Atom versus Raptor, you're going to have a lot of fun that you haven't had, an experience that you haven't had in a Need for Speed game before.
Also, how are you going to address the issue that sometimes racing in an open world can lead to distractions from the race?
A lot of people say Burnout Paradise is about distraction. We had people play that game for like 500, 600, 700 hours. So distraction is kind of part of what we'd like to do. I'm driving down the road, I'm driving towards an event, or I'm in a cop chase and I see a security gate that I haven't collected or a jump I haven't done, and kind of go and collect that. But when you're in a race where we've moved on from Burnout Paradise didn't have checkpoints. We have checkpoints in to help guide you through the world, so we have a much nicer, cleaner, easier to play experience, and that's what we're seeing at the show today. Behind closed doors, for our select kind of group that we're showing the game to, inside or outside of a chase, if you drive up to a car that kind of looks out of the ordinary compared to the other traffic cars in the world, you can switch to it for the first time in Need for Speed history and then drive off in that.